This is Duke University.
One of the very important parts of both Tunisia and Egypt has been that these demonstrations have been anti-regime, but not heavily anti-American. Okay, as it was anti-American during the Bush administration over Iraq and other issues. I think that's partly President Obama's achievement. Not everybody in the Arab world is happy with all his policies. There's some disappointment. Public opinion polls cut in different directions. But fundamentally, I think people believe, partly because of his whole persona, that he empathizes with the issues and has respect for the people of the Arab and Islamic worlds. Nobody knows for sure, but I think if George W. Bush was president now, we'd see a lot more anti-Americanism in these demonstrations, not just anti-regime. I think the United States really has to be working with, rather than against, the forces of change. There's a balancing act, and there's also a question of what do you do publicly and what do you do quietly behind the scenes. Sometimes people want you to say things publicly that would actually be counterproductive, and it's better to do them quietly and then talk about them afterwards and be judged on the results, not just sort of what was going on at the time. But clearly, in my view, the Mubarak regime is going to fall. And what form that takes and what comes next is where we should be putting our focus. And the United States doesn't want to be perceived by other allies as simply abandoning an ally, which is why I don't think we should be out there before he leaves saying Mubarak must go. But I think the president has tried to make clear that we take the aspirations of the Egyptian people seriously, and that we believe that it's in the interest of Egypt that after all these decades as president/dictator, that Mubarak does go, and that we move towards some sort of transitional process leading to another government.
Produced by Duke University. Online at duke.edu.